quarter. Jokic with a magnificent triple-double, and the role players for the Denver Nuggets stepped up in a big way. But let's start with the Lakers making that adjustment in the fourth, guys, and having that comeback, why they fell short, but also what got them back in.
I think, that guy right there said it best, that when the starting that starting lineup was going to be small in stature, it's going to be hard to rebound. When you think about this, nobody talks about the Denver Nuggets being a big lineup. They start 6'10", 6'10", or 7-footer. That's a big lineup, and Jamal Murray is a big guard. And the way they play, they always have you moving, and they allow Jokic to push you under the basket, which allows him to tip balls out. We know how high Gordon can jump. He's a good rebounder. You got KCP and Murray who get back to the elbows to grab rebounds. So that's one of the key things that killed them in the first half. You think about it. Jokic almost had a triple-double in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And that had to do with a lot of the cutting, a lot of the rebound. But the thing is, this game is about adjustments, and the Lakers made great adjustments in the second half, and hopefully it can carry over to the next game.
Yeah. Denver had 36 rebounds to Lakers 13 in the first half. They had 13 offensive rebounds to the Lakers 3. Jokic had 16 rebounds. 7 of them were offensive rebounds, and he also had 7 assists. So it was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, but they got a lot in the first half from Denver, which is, which is to be expected in the first game of a Western Conference Finals. Now, did the Lakers make adjustments? Yes. Rui was a key factor, and I think they're going to look to him because you need strength and you need muscle, and someone that can stay in front of Jokic and give him a little bit of trouble. I thought the Lakers did a good job getting back in the game. I think sometimes we rush to try to tie the game to get a 3.
Yeah.
LeBron had been extremely successful at going downhill and getting layup after layup. Obviously, if he makes the 3, we're all happy. But I think the Lakers learned a lot. And in a loss, there's no moral victory, but you can gain a lot of confidence. You can look at a game and say, man, I can't believe we did this or we did that or we can do this better. And they know they can. So I hate to be lost. I hate the start of the game. I like the fight. I like some of the adjustments that Darvin made defensively. And I think he's got to really think about who he has on the floor against this Denver Nugget team. Rob just stated they're a big team and they know how to play.
Game of matchups.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be seeing Schroeder starting game 2. Darvin, stay with that lineup because it looked good in game 6 against the Warriors. But Schroeder just didn't have much of an impact. Neither did D'Angelo Russell. Kind of a disappearance for him tonight. I think we will see either Rui or Vanderbilt back in that starting lineup in 2 days. Keep in mind, this series is every other day, so not a lot of time to rest and recuperate. I think if you're Denver, there's going to be something in the back of your mind like, we played pretty well tonight. We
played great.
Yeah, we scored 132. We shot 47% from 3. We out-rebounded them, like you said, James. This is almost perfection for Denver, and yet still they barely hung on to win this game. So I think that the Lakers have to be pretty optimistic, and Denver might be like, we just gave them a really good shot, and we almost lost the game at home. It got pretty tight at the end there, James.
Never seen so many timely threes, like big threes when you needed them. And I don't think they're that good of a shooting team. I think the Lakers
orthodox threes.
Michael Porter Jr. one in the corner leaves in his face, but that's the matchup 6'10" over 6.
Yeah, the Jokic 3 at the end of the third.
Every time they needed one, it's like they were timely.
And listen, that's why they're the #1 seed. That's why a lot of people consider them the best team in the NBA during the regular season. James, you were talking about something. The 15 offensive rebounds, 13 of those came in the first half, right? They were -16, the Lakers in the rebounding category, after the first quarter, just -1 the rest of the way. So that first half is when all those haymakers came, and that's where that game was separated. And all that time trying to come back, you just come up short. But that first half was a blitz.
Absolutely.
By Denver.
I mean, look, Golden State has Steph Curry. He's their Curly Neal. He's the guy that has the ball. Denver, it's Jokic. They're very similar. They're bigger. They spread the court and they allow him to operate, and they move without the basketball. They got a lot of, like Rob said, pregame. You turn your head, he's going to find you. But I just don't think the Lakers really managed the defense that well in the first half. It's too many mismatches, and they need to make some changes quicker.
Yeah, you bring that up, James, and it's like, listen, everyone build this series as best offense versus the best defense. It was the Lakers' defense that wasn't there up to par in that first half, without a doubt. And we were all watching that game. A lot of doubles on Jokic early, and guys are cutting, and the off-ball defense just not good. And the Lakers got killed. You see later in the game, they're going a little more one-on-one with Rui on Jokic, try to make him a scorer. So he's so good as a passer, Rob, right? So they kind of changed some things, which was good. But let's talk about Jokic. He had his third 30-20-10 triple-double in the playoffs. He finished with 34, 21, and 14. Pretty impressive, Rob.
That's beyond impressive. And you think about it.
It's his second. My fault.
You know, we were sitting in the room and how they was talking about this guy's outplaying Anthony Davis. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just because he has more rebounds. But Anthony Davis played a heck of a game.
12 of his rebounds came in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Just so everyone.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't want people to get caught up that this guy outplayed AD. I think it was a wash. It's just the fact that he got all those rebounds, which kind of, but AD is more of a helper defensively and does things that. But let's get back to Jokic. Jokic is a phenomenal player. I think this year he got snubbed on the MVP because they didn't want to give it to him 3 years in a row, whatever it may be. But this guy right there, you talk about MVPs, you take him off this Denver team. Denver's a play-in team, and for him to go out and keep his team in discipline, because he held the ball, he tried to get everybody involved when he was being double teamed, and the guys kind of got scared on him. You notice down the stretch, they started fumbling out of bounds, but this guy is just, you can't say enough about me. And I don't want to praise another guy on another team, but the guy's damn good.
Yeah.
He can pass, he can shoot, like you said, he's a big Magic Johnson, and he makes everybody around him better, and that's what you want out of a teammate.
You praise greatness. I don't care if he's a teammate of yours or not. This guy is unique. We haven't seen anything like him. And the thing about Jokic is, like great players, you try to adjust from, game to game. And, Jokic is a player that you can't do that because he doesn't wait to the next game. He makes adjustments on the fly. You throw a player at him, he'll adjust to it during that moment. Rui did a good job on him. Stayed in front of him. He's strong. I think that's something he's got to look to. But this guy, man, he's unguardable.
The two plays that stick out for me, Brez, end of the third quarter, AD in his face, he hits that big three, which ends up being a huge possession in this game. And also late in that game, Lakers only down 3 after a missed shot. He's the one who has the ball. He's patient, not looking for the home run, does what he does, gets fouled, makes both free throws. That's game.
Yeah, when he drilled that three.
Give me the ball, I'm the best player.
Yeah, when he drilled that three at the end of the third quarter, AD was on him too. What did AD do after he made it? He just kind of smiled at him like, what more can I do? Jokic was that good tonight. But then again, AD was that good too. And it will get lost in the shuffle of the Lakers' big comeback, almost win, Jokic amazing, Murray amazing. AD had 40 points.
And 10 rebounds and 6 stocks.
I want to know.
And they lost.
Right?
I want to know this, Brez. Who does the stats? Is the home team that does the stats?
Home team.
Yeah.
Because they're cheating AD. They say AD only had 2 blocks
I know,
tonight.
but the broadcasters knew that he had.
And it's so wrong. So I'm thinking his rebounds are some John Stockton assists, and so they're giving him stats now, because we go by this, and I am so confused with his stats because they're giving him tips as rebounds. So I think they need to look at some.
It's interesting because AD, toward the broadcast, he had 3 blocks. It was 3 that we all counted.
About that.
We were talking about the whole game because the stats kept saying
and it
2.
Says he only has
he had
2
6 stocks
blocks.
total.
There's a couple missing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had a great game. He had a great game. But all right, let's hear what Darvin Ham thinks. He's with Mike Trudell in the media, and I love Rob fired up.
Darvin, as some of the matchups switched around in that second half, like you had Rui a lot more, even defending Jokic, AD off of him some. When did you decide to go to that adjustment, and how much do you think it keyed the comeback before you fell short?
Well, just, pivoting within the game, making a slight adjustment. Wanted to take A off as being the initial line of defense, and hopefully, Rui could turn him, make him go east-west a little bit more. And once he went up to shoot, he shoots 70% on those floaters, those little short-range chip shots and floaters and hooks and little one-leg fadeaways. He shoots them at an amazing rate, scores them, I should say. So just the idea was just to get A behind him a little bit and have A as that big, long arm just ready to contest over the top of Rui. And so